Hey, this is HB coming to you with a walk. Hello, family. Hello, friends. Hello. Wherever you watching this, good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Hey, if it's lunchtime, hey, enjoy your lunch. Yep, I'm on a walk with you know who, the great Charles here, Charlie and his sidekick Biscuit. You know. Anyway, Charlie's doing his thing, sniffing on people's lawns. Well, all over the place. Biscuit is always wondering, what is he doing? What is he doing? Look at her. She's like, do I need to go check it out too? Come on, Charlie. Dude, how many times have you peed over there? Come on. Come on. What is he? He picked up a smell. Anyway, so we're on this walk and talk and about today being an investor. Investor in yourself, of course, first. Always invest in yourself, whether it's time, money, effort, energy. These things are important for you to do. It's very important for you to do. Invest in yourself. So, talking to some young people today. If you are, if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 20s, there are ways that you can invest that will be very beneficial for you and your future. It takes commitment, right? Commitment, dedication, and sensibility. Now, I'm going to say have some sense. There's some vehicles today that you can use. I'm just going to talk about being simple. Most of you hit up your parents with Cash App, But say you're a young person who has a job, you're still living at home, you're 16, 17, 18, 19, you make maybe, $200 a week or $300 a week, whatever it is. Commit to yourself. If I make 200, I'm not going to spend 200. That's a commitment. Now, whether you 52 like me or you are 80, whatever it is, the deal for yourself has to be, if I make 2,000, I'm not going to spend 2,000. If I make $1, I'm not going to spend $1. We have to change this, and Charlie and Biscuit trying to figure out how to knot me up, I guess. Anyway, so investing. Back in the day when I was a kid, if you talk about investment, you'd have to talk about, man, I got to go see a stockbroker. My broker has to do this. My, insurance guy or something. Today, man, no. So the times have changed, and now we can do a little bit more and do better, and now is the time to take advantage of these opportunities. So young folks, make a commitment to yourself, because that $10 a week, $20 a week, $50 a week, whatever it is, will turn into something great. Hey, coming up, it'll be something great. Cars and dogs, something about it. It will be something great. So, as you think about it, even if you get an allowance, ask your parents. Well, first of all, you need an account. You need a checking account or something like that. Even though Cash App, this is the one I'm talking about. Cash App, you can use. They'll give you an account if you set up with them. Gotta have some way of depositing though. But if somebody is sending you money through Cash App, like if your parents give you your allowance through Cash App, say you get $50 a week or a month or whatever, the commitment is you're not going to spend whatever you get. You're not going to spend it all. All right. So the goal is, if you're living at home, you're shooting for like 50%. Yeah, for real. If you make $200 a week and you live at home, you need to be shooting for 50%. That means $100 a week. That sounds excessive. Like, oh man, I got stuff to do. I got things to do. I need to buy the newest Nike. I need to buy the newest game. What is that doing for you, son, daughter? What is it really doing for you? So let's start rethinking how we invest. Now, the Cash App, hey, if Cash App is listening to this or watching this and you want me to be a sponsor, hey, you want to sponsor me, my channel, send me that moolah. Hey, it's all good. But it's really a good thing. You're able to buy and sell stocks. There's some limits, but you're able to buy and sell stocks on a daily basis, getting the money back to your account in minutes, or seconds, really. So, for example, if you bought, say, Ford, and you made money off of it, you want to get rid of it because you're like, ooh, I made $10. I don't want to lose it. I'm gonna sell it. You sell it and get the money into your account, and then buy some more stock or whatever, or you can leave it. All right. So one of the investment trends as an engineering teacher and people that look at technology, AI industries are going to be something to look at, but transportation is something interesting. And I see people buying cars, and I would say to you, if you're buying a brand new car and you like the latest, that's why you're buying brand new cars. Think about it, and you probably want to delay. So, say for example, instead of buying a 2021 F-150, diesel or gasoline, you might want to hold off because you're looking at about $70,000-$80,000, and you're like, yeah, I've got the latest. They're like, yeah, we give good miles to the gallon, all that. But listen, all that stuff is going to change in the next 4 years. So by the time you finish paying that off, the electric model is going to come out. Yep, that can do way more. A brother was showing me something the other day, a company named Saith, S-A-I-T-H. And supposedly this young man started a company, or a group of people started a company, and the fuel thing is just crazy. Check it out. I still need to go do some research on it, but what he showed me, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. All right, so let's think about how to invest. Start, if it's $10, go ahead and do it. But buy stocks like Tesla. You know what Tesla is doing. You know what Apple is doing. You know what Walmart is doing. The stores that you go to, the companies that you like buying, that you know is going to trend, that you see the future they're doing, and you can research the stuff. There's a big pandemic going on. There's a vaccines and stuff that's coming out, the companies that are doing it. We got a big transition from gasoline to electric. So all the companies that are connected to that, we have some AI stuff going on with, cars driving themselves. Well, who's providing the GPS technology? Check out those companies. Do some research on that stuff and find out what's going on and see, what you can buy. See, now all the companies are not on Cash App, okay? Now I heard Robinhood, I heard some good things about that, but there's a little delay in buying those stocks, I think. And there's something about you have to deposit some money. With Cash App, it goes straight from your account. Maybe Robinhood does the same thing. I haven't really went over there and checked it out, so maybe you can. And tell me something in the comments. Now, some people doing Bitcoins and that kind of stuff. Well, yeah, we're back. But we're gonna go to the backyard because the conversation hasn't stopped yet, right? So if you are interested, well, you should be interested. If you are in your 20s or younger, or 30s, get started, man. Get started. You are we're going through an era that is that is changed. We're in a society, a time of change. And the next 20 years, things are going to be very, very different. Okay? The next 20 years. Look at them. And my wife, Queen Tamu, she raked up, and we raked up some leaves. But they love digging it up. Look at that. Biscuit. You see her? Yeah, that's her investment. Digging holes around. Anyway, so as you go through your day, I know it's COVID and some people are like, man, I ain't got no money to invest. Wait till you do, you know. But also, if you like, man, I don't know, I might lose. Well, try $10. You know what? Put $1 on this, put $1 on that, put $1 on this. Buy 10 stocks with $10. Okay? Buy 10 companies that you heard about that you think are gonna do some things in the future or now. You know, read articles about some companies and put $1 on each of them. How about that? You know, and test the waters. That's how I started. And saying, man, am I really thinking? Because some, you know, you second guess yourself and you're thinking, man, what is it that what is this really about? You know, let me see. You know, and then, you know, if you gain, you know, sell it and see if it works out. See if it works out. All right. Hold on, Biscuit one. So I'm gonna let them in the house. Okay. Biscuit is old, man, and so she's like, look, I did the walk, so I did my digging. Now I want to go inside. So she's heading that way. Let me let her in. All right. So, you know, investing is important to you right now. I wish somebody had this talk with me when I was in my 20s, you know, because actually I did do 401k stuff with the companies that I worked for, but then again, they they always reported loss. For some reason, it just kind of made me feel like, man, and my distrust for the man and the system. Let me go sit in this armor here and chill, and let's chat out here for a little bit, because yeah, we need to consider this, young and old. Whether you're young or old, you know. All right, I'm gonna give you a good example. All right, say a company like Tesla. You might look at the stock and like, man, that stock is expensive. It's at 500 right now. You know, I can't buy that. You don't need to buy it. You don't need to buy a whole $500 worth of stock. You can buy $10. You can buy $100 if you got that. You can buy $200 a week. Why? Why would you buy $50 a week? Or $50 every paycheck, or $100 every paycheck? Because the Tesla stock, for example, was about 2 or 3 months ago, was at $2,000. The reason why it's at 500 right now is because they had what we call a stock split. They split it like 4 ways or 5 ways, and what that does is it reduces the price for the stock, but maintain the value. So if you owned a certain amount, when it's split, you have 4 times the amount or 5 times the amount. Or you could have cashed out, you know, but you didn't experience any loss. Well, now that's for everybody that owned it when it was at 2,000. Now everybody that now, where is Tesla going? Come on now, be real. Where is Tesla gonna go? Tesla is not gonna go out of business. All right, my research, and when I look at Tesla got into the solar business. I mean, Tesla got into solar. Well, Tesla vehicles, you know about Tesla vehicles, is electric. But what do you use to power your house? Electric. Well, solar panels, most times people think, oh, the solar panel power your house. Really, it's the battery. But, the old school or the normal way to do it, you got like what do you call a battery, a pack of batteries. You're going to have 10, 8, 4, and depending on how much you're going to use the solar energy to power your house, if you're doing fully solar, you might want to have like 12 batteries. Okay, 12 volt batteries, and so okay, to make it simple, like 12 batteries that are in your car you would have in your house, or 10 or 8 or 4, depending on how much energy you think you need. Now, here's what happens. The solar panels that you see on the roofs and stuff, they actually power they charge the batteries, and then you run the house off the batteries. Then you have a converter and different adapters and stuff, and transformers that help you scale throughout the house. All right. So when you're like a day like today, when the sun is up, rise there, but you're not getting, the cloud cover looks a certain way. That's a beautiful tree, ain't it? Wow, fall. Yep. Anyway, when the sun is not, say you have a couple of cloudy days, winter, rainy days, you get a limited amount of sun, the batteries get charged, right? The batteries get charged and maintain the charge of the battery. Well, look, Tesla now have the best technology for batteries, because they got batteries that can run trucks for hundreds of miles. So what kind of energy it takes to run a big semi, right? You don't need that for your house. I don't know what you're running in your house. All right. So when you think about that, you think about the technology and where it's going to go. So if solar is a big thing for the future, well, the battery is going to be a big thing. Well, Tesla also has companies that do their supply, their supply chain, we call it. And those companies' stocks are going to rise also. So you have this whole supply chain of companies that are connected to the products that are putting out by Tesla. And of course, about SpaceX. They just got a contract. They just delivered up with to the space station a few astronauts. Well, how did that come about? Remember about 2 or 3 years ago, they did the big whoop up with SpaceX. The rocket went up and landed on the spot that it wanted. So that GPS technology was like up there. And the rocket technology, SpaceX technology was like boom again, right? So if you think about all these things that are happening, right, that company is going to go back up to 2000. But it's not going to go up back to 2000 tomorrow, maybe in 2 years. But look at you. You're doing $50 a paycheck or $20 a paycheck for 2 years, right? While that money is doubling or increasing every year, because it's at 500 today as we're talking. I think today's the 24th or 25th or somewhere like that of November 2020. If you're watching this video 4 years from now when Tesla stock is 2,000 again, you'll be like, oh man, HB was on it. All right. Hey, like and subscribe to the video too, man, before I forget to remind you to do that, and share it. Okay. So young people, look at these stocks. There's a stock now, NIO. It's out of China. All right. So they're copying specifically what Tesla has been doing. They're like, ooh, Tesla, good. That is amazing what you're doing. So of course, the Chinese stuff, they get backed by the government and all that stuff. So they've got their thing, but it's a traded company. And They're supposed to be the Tesla of China. Well, that might be like, well, Tesla is also in China, but you know how the Chinese economy works now. They're gonna buy Chinese, okay? But they buy internationally. I'm not gonna knock Chinese economy, man. But here's the numbers now. As an investor, look at the numbers, right? So I'm telling you to buy these two stocks. It's going to go up and down over the years, okay, depending on when you come in. I came in when Tesla was at 400, 420 or something. Now it's at 5 something. So look, I'm riding, all right? I'm going to ride it. I'm going to try to put as, a percentage that I can afford to do every paycheck or whatever for the next, couple of years or whatever. And hopefully it works out. Because that's what it is. It's a gamble. I mean, stock trading, and it's a chance. All right. But when you invest with independently, you don't have to call somebody. You can say, "Whoa, wait a minute, this stock is dropping. I don't want to lose," and you can sell it. Boom, on an app like Cash App, right? Because you are monitoring it yourself daily, hourly, depending on how you want to do it. Walmart, ain't going nowhere. Walmart stock now, listen carefully. Walmart stock is going to become like Amazon stock. Yo, real talk. Now, the Walmart stock it's low right now, relatively speaking. I mean, Amazon, you're talking about maybe $3,000 a share. Walmart, I think it's under $100 or 120, somewhere around there. But you can buy $10 of that stock, $5 of that stock. Because what Amazon has done with building out warehouses and automatic shipment stuff, Walmart is going to do it. See, just like how you're seeing Amazon trucks pulling up to people's driveways, Walmart is going to do that. Now, you can even go into business and try to lobby that, get your fleet of trucks, get your area, get deals, because they're working on it. By the time you see this video, or while I'm talking about it right now, the plans is already in place. It's just a matter of execution. Companies don't work overnight, okay? Walmart's not gonna wake up tomorrow and say, oh, we're gonna build out stuff. No. They've been thinking about this because they saw what Amazon did and doing. And they're not going to sit around and let Amazon run them out of business, because they could. So you see what's going on. You go to Walmart now, you see pickers walking around pulling stuff for people, right? But you hear Amazon saying, oh, we're going into the supermarket business. What do you think they're doing? Come on now. So Walmart already had a network. They're one of the largest companies, or I think they are the largest company in the world in terms of revenues and stuff. So they're going to build out. And they're going to hire, they're going to use the same model. They ain't got to reinvent the wheel. Amazon already showed it. Okay. So those are good stocks to look at also. I think I put like, I don't have a big stake in it with that company, because it's going to slow grind until it's going to hit. Walmart is going to slow grind up, and then it's gonna boom when they make that announcement, and people realize what it is. It's gone. You can buy anything at Walmart. I buy it right now, just like how you buy on Amazon. You can buy at Walmart and have it delivered. But right now, Amazon is using like UPS and FedEx and stuff like that. But they're gonna go to where they do the subcontracting thing with the warehouse things. So you see, like in my town, number of warehouses going out, warehouses like, and so it's coming. All right, another stock. We talked about Tesla and NIO. Remember those, and Walmart. We're gonna leave it right there, but let me just make a quick note. You see those, hey, like and subscribe to the video, because I'm telling you something that you can do. All right. So the big car manufacturers like Ford and all them, big in the US, because trust me, when you go to China, there's other manufacturers. India has some manufacturers, and Africa is coming up. All right. So, and Australia got their own manufacturers. So just, it is what it is. Uh, Look for those too, because they're making commitments now. They're making commitments to EV, electric vehicles, and they have a good supply chain, and they're coming into the market. All right. But I'm gonna tell you this: in the 90s, early 90s, like 92, before most of y'all were born. If you're young folks listening to this, if you're in your 20s, Ford was one of the leaders in this stuff. They backed out because of big oil. And that's going to be another conversation. I'll talk to you about big oil in a minute. Whew. And how anyway, like and subscribe to the video. This is HB bringing you some content that you can use in everyday thing. Step 1, get the Cash app on your phone. Step 2, if you got a job, make sure that at least 10 to 20% of your income, go up to 50. If you're staying at home, you need to look at 50. Get the hustle going on. Research these stocks that I'm talking about, and start putting $20, $10. Get a portfolio of 10, 15 stocks and do your research. There's on Cash App, you can look up each company and see what they're doing, the latest news on them, and see if it makes sense to you. If it makes sense to you, drop in on it, right? Put $1 on it and see what it does over the next week. But don't do it like, oh, I'm gonna buy and say, I lost 2 cents, so I'm out. No. Do your research on the future, okay? Because in the stock market, there are some game players. These guys got billions of dollars. What they do is they'll buy like Tesla. They'll buy Tesla, whoop, and Tesla stock will go up to $600. Then they'll sell it all. Tesla stock will appear to drop to like 550, and you'll be like, oh shit, oh my gosh, Tesla is gone, I gotta get out. Then you get out with your $200-300 or your $1,000, right? Then it starts going down. When it gets down to 4 or 525, they'll bring that $1 billion again and buy it all. That's how they do it. Then you're with your little $100 or $50 or $1,000 going, oh man, Tesla stock is going back up. And then now you're jumping in when it gets back up, and then they're like sitting making the profits. So be careful with that. Believe in the stock, believe in the company. Watch if the company is gonna go out of business or if something changes, right? Like a company that refused to invest in EV. Right? Rolling out plans to make bigger vehicles for gas. It's not the future. Okay? Now, if you want to be day trader, you're going to buy and make $10 and then you're going to sell it, and then you'll come back tomorrow and see if it's doing good, buy it and sell it. That's up to you too. Have fun with it. Have fun. It's about life, and investigate in these areas. People that look like me have not been involved with even considering that. We're trying to survive, day to day. But, moms and pops that are thinking about scholarship funds, your kid just started high school or elementary school, do this, $50 a paycheck going towards your college, $20 a paycheck going towards your college fund. You invest for a kid from first grade to 12th grade. It's 12 years. 12 years of $20 a paycheck in a stock like Tesla or Walmart or stuff. Look, you're doing great. You might have a few $1,000s and made a few $1,000s to help your child out. Okay? Kids that are thinking about, you're in high school and you're like, man, I've started this job. I want to buy a house in a few years, in about 5 years. Good thing to do. Put $100, remember, $100 a paycheck. If you get paid every 2 weeks, that's $2,600. You do that for 5 years, you're talking about, $13,000 around there. Okay, so it's up to you what you want to do and why you want to do it. If you just like, look, I want to be a person that it invest their money, and so that 20 years from now I can retire, 5 years from now I can retire, 10 years, then that would depend on how aggressive you want to be and how lucky you get, because and how much patience you have. Stocks is not for just dropping in whenever. It Yeah, it takes time, effort, energy, patience, diligence, focus. Okay. So you got to watch the trends. Right now I'm trying to narrow my stocks down to about 20, you know, 15 to 20, because you have to diversify, because things are going to go up, things are going to go down. Like 2 weeks ago, I was losing money on Tesla. 2 weeks ago, I was losing money on Tesla. Now I'm gaining about 20% on my money. So you can't panic. Okay, you gotta stick it out. All right, love you guys, man. Hopefully this will be good for you, and you can do something with it. Like and subscribe and share the video. This video is a little longer than I usually do. I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm glad. I love spending time with you. All right, I'm hanging out in my hammock, and that's the woods right there. We'll take a walk back there one of these days. All right, peace. Like and subscribe. Hit that share button, hit that notification button. All right, HB gonna bring you something good. All right, what's good? Today's the best day ever. Live the best life you can. Okay, no matter where you are.